the appellant is contending that the conviction of Snow Gray for criminal possession of a government-issued firearm is founded on literally dog police work. I'll remind you guys, I am reading from Ramee's statement of appeal here. He believes his client was charged with criminal possessions of a government-issued firearm when all he had on him was a PD flashlight. Central to the appeal is the contention that Snow Gray's rights were breached and critical investigative failures led to
I changed the servers.
based on insufficient and unreliable evidence. That is the statement of appeal that the appellant provided to the court. Before we start, do either of you have any motions that you want to get out of the way?
I don't have any on my end.
Okay. No, none of mine.
Are you whispering?
Yeah, I'm having a chat with Crossing.
Oh, sorry. Chat, are we good now? I restarted the stream. Good? Alright, cool. Yo, Kieran, thanks for that 2 months, by the way. Luffy, thanks for that 7.
All right. Denzel, this is your chance, I guess, to is there anything that you have to provide to the court as of right now? I never saw you make a motion. I never saw you provide any evidence. I never saw you do anything on the docket at all. So, are you going to be just going forward with what the appellant provided, or? Did you say something, Denzel?
Yeah, we're just gonna go with the everything within the 1182, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. That's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. Okay.
What did he say?
All right. Sure. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with opening statements then. Ramee, it's your turn. You can start.
All right, Your Honor, this is a pretty clear-cut case. Well, my client was charged with criminal possession of a firearm, of a government firearm. He didn't have a government firearm on him. He only had a flashlight on him. So he should be charged with government possession of government equipment, not a firearm. This shouldn't be like this. I don't have to prove really anything here. It's all in the case report provided in the evidence. That is all.
Okay. Just a quick point of clarification. It says here on the appeal that you're appealing extortion, robbery, and criminal possession. Is that correct? Or are you just appealing the criminal possession?
Can I have a moment and talk with my defendant?
Sure, that's fine.
Hey, what do you want to do here? You want to just get the 30K fine off?
No, I want to fucking screw this fucker over.
Yeah, but I don't really know how extortion plays into the case here. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
What do you mean? It's good. He held me up for 24 hours. I've been fucking starving for the last 5 days.
That's not what I'm fucking talking about, dumbass. We're not talking about the civil suit. We're talking about your charges. A robbery of a law enforcement officer and extortion. How did you get extortion? I don't even remember.
What even is that?
You got charged.
Did one of your crew?
I can't stand this guy.
The gun back.
It wasn't a cell.
Yes, Your Honor. We're here to appeal all charges due to the fact that no extortion could be taken place if there was no gun in the first place that he had on him, as well as a robbery
of a... I understand. You don't need to explain
go ahead.
You just need to know.
I was in my opening, sorry. So. Yeah. I will be appealing all 3 of them, yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
But I can't stand this guy.
If that's the case, then Denzel, it's your turn.
All right.
Statement you'd like to provide to the court.
Of course. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, Captain Ruth, defendants. Your Honor, on Wednesday, 10th of January, there was an incident that transpired, Your Honor. That incident was an officer was held against her will and robbed of all her PD equipment. Because 1182 does reference 1181, so that's one is also within scope. With that being said, I got a phone call from from an unknown number, okay, trying to set up some type of a deal to retrieve a Glock to be returned to our possession. And the drop-off point was at the God, I forgot what it's called. It's the one with the spear, Your Honor. I'm not Jesus Christ. The observatory. So myself, Captain Brute, a couple other officers, we set up a small little operation to try to get eyes on to what was supposed to be. Give me 1 second, Your Honor.
You're fine. I'd like to remind you this isn't a bench trial, and this is your opening statement for your entire case. So,
Oh,
I'm not asking you to testify. I'm asking you to provide a statement to the court.
oh, simple. Okay, so, Your Honor, on the 10th of January, this individual, Mr. Gray, robbed Louise Campbell for majority of her, actually all of her PD equipment, which he was then found leaving the scene of a place where we're supposed to exchange money for the firearm in return, and he was placed under arrest. He was charged.
Objection, Your Honor. Can I object to opening statements real quick?
I mean, you can.
He's giving his own testimony. He's not giving an opening statement.
It's an opening statement.
It's an opening statement.
Yeah, I know. I just.
Deal, so.
All right.
Yeah, it's at that point, the individual was arrested leaving, and he was identified as the person that robbed Louise Campbell of her firearm, taser, flashlight, and other PD equipment. Your Honor. That's it.
That's just okay. Thank you.
Yo, when you robbed her, did you have a mask on or no?
Okay, well then I guess we'll start with the
What?
appellants. Ramee, do you have any
No.
witnesses to call?
Yes. Sorry about the evidence list, the witness list, by the way. That was my fault. I'm looking at that right now.
I actually did ask you to provide an update.
Yeah,
on
I'm
it,
so
you didn't,
sorry
so-
about that. Honestly, the only witnesses that I would have was Denzel and Snow Gray. I know we're doing that right now. Is that fine, or can I only question my defendant?
I mean, I'll allow it because he has to testify, being that he was part of the incident. as
Right.
well, so.
Okay. All right. I'd like to call Denzel Shiesty up to the stand, please.
Yeah.
You did or did not have a mask
Come
on?
up here and take a seat.
I did not have a mask on.
Fucking guy, bro. I fucking.
Doing okay, sir. Doing okay. As you take a seat, please raise your left hand into the air.
This is actually an L.
Go ahead and raise that left hand for me. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under the pains and penalties of perjury, including and up to death. So help you airborne.
Amen.
Witness is sworn in, Your Honor.
All right, Denzel. Now, when
Yeah.
you got this phone call from this unknown individual, you might tell me what happens when you got the phone call?
Before you finish this question, before we start, Denzel, is Aziz acting as your quote unquote representation here? Or
I
is
would.
Ruth, or are you all alone here?
I'm sort of. I mean, Aziz, is he
I-
allowed to, Your Honor?
I don't want you objecting to questions yourself, so I would like to have someone that is.
Yeah,
actually helping
Well,
you with
wouldn't the
it.
Aziz-
captain be there? Isn't the captain on the second chair?
Aziz.
But Your Honor, this guy wasn't even here until we just got here.
Well, you weren't here, but he did.
Oh,
mention
he
you
was?
to be helping him. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, that's his choice. If he's not, you're on your own. So.
This the Captain Ruth, not
Your Honor, could we have a moment to speak amongst myself and the captain?
Can I interrupt really quickly, Your Honor?
Yes.
Malton is right there.
Well, I mean, they didn't ask him. They have to ask if they want a lawyer.
Just the
Would
one
you
look
guys
better.
would you guys
Yes.
like a lawyer to
Well,
represent
just-
you?
It's
I
good
just
to
don't want to
see
look better
you.
for my
I'd
captain.
like to- if
Your
you
Honor.
guys
Keep it a
don't pay
buck.
you,
I
I'll
helped
pay you
Ramee
a
with
lot of
this, and I
money.
don't
What?
believe in the merits of the prosecution.
Thank you so much, Malton. Thank you.
I
Okay,
see.
it looks like they're on their own here. So.
I can handle it.
All right, thank you, Captain.
All right, thank you. All right, you can go ahead and ask your question on me.
W Malton, Chad W Malton. Okay, so you got the. Can you mind telling us the events that proceeded up until you got the phone call? I'm sorry. Once you got the phone call. Sorry, let me rephrase and re-question. Describe to me the series of events that occurred on the phone call that you received.
They wanted money for an exchange of a PD Glock.
Okay, now was this an unknown number that you received?
It was a like I didn't know the number personally, but it was not unknown. It was just like
right,
a random
it was just
number.
a random number. Okay, right.
Yes.
Now, and what did this phone call say? They said they wanted the PD Glock for money, correct?
Yes, they said they
What did
wanted
you
20,000.
Yeah, go ahead.
They said they wanted $20,000 in exchange for the PD Glock.
Okay, and what did you say in return?
I said that's not going to happen because we didn't have that type of money to give them. We were trying to negotiate. It didn't hung up on my face.
Okay, and did you identify who it was on the phone that you were speaking to?
Negative.
Okay, and you didn't recognize the voices at all?
Negative.
Okay, when you got to the... So what happened after? You said no to the $20,000. What occurred after that?
They then threatened to kill civilians, and then they called me back again, and then we negotiated down to 12,000.
Okay. And you negotiated down to 12,000?
Yes, 12.5. I'm pretty sure that's what they negotiated down to.
Okay, and then what occurred?
After that, we set up an operation.
Operation. Okay. So let me just recount what you just said, and then I want you to agree to that. Now, I'll see if you agree. So you got a phone call from a number that you did not recognize the voice to that asked you to give money for a PD Glock.
Affirm, the voice was masked, yes.
Right. Now, can you take out your tablet for me and read out the penal code for extortion?
The use of force of threats to compel another person to relinquish money or property, or to compel a public officer or state employee to perform an unofficial act within, of course, in the scope of their employment.
Okay, thank you. Now, were you threatened at any point on this phone call?
Yes.
Really? How so?
They said civilians will die, bodies will drop multiple times.
Oh, or for what reason? Like what? And
if I don't give them the money for this Glock.
Okay. So let's fast forward this scenario. So you get off the phone, you agree to $12,500. Can you explain to me the operation that you guys set up?
Operation was for us to go up to the observatory, leave the money at a location that the individual on the phone told us to. And then they would tell us the location of the PD Glock.
Okay. And then what happened?
What do you mean? And then what happened? What do you mean?
Then what happened after that?
And then the operation commenced.
Yeah, explain to me the operation. Like, give us the operation. Yeah.
I just told you we were supposed to exchange money for the
right.
The PD Glock.
And then what happened?
Then we arrested Mr. Snow here, leaving the area with the exact money that we left at the location.
And see, you're skipping the milestones here.
What,
now, you go. Where is this location?
Observatory. I said this.
Okay, so you go to the observatory, and there's a man standing there. Explain the operation. Explain how the operation went. This isn't a rocket science question.
I feel like I answered your question.
You go to the observatory. Then what happens? Is it like why are you leaving?
I said we're gonna exchange money.
The question is asked you.
I need a play-by-play. Give me a play-by-play of what exactly happened. Explain to the courts the play-by-play situation that occurred.
Okay, so we leave the money at the location that they wanted the money to be left at.
And where was this location?
The location was on this. It was right next to the sidewalk of the observatory, the center sidewalk, basically.
Okay, so you put the money there, the 12,500, correct?
Nope, I didn't.
Okay, can you repeat the question, Ramee?
So you put the money, the $12,500 on the spot that he needed it to, correct? I can rephrase the question.
Yeah, could you rephrase that, please?
Did you put the money there?
At the location for them?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I
Then
did.
what happened?
After that, we overwatched the location.
And what was the? How did the deal go? Was it going to be a hand-to-hand exchange?
Nope. It was supposed to be left. And we're supposed to leave the area. And that's how it's supposed to go.
You're supposed to leave money down and just leave the area.
Yeah, leave the area.
So then, how are you supposed to get the weapon? Why am I pulling teeth
you're-
here? Give me the play-by-play.
Because you're asking me. You're asking me.
Please.
Give me.
What's your witness?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, what was the question? I'm so sorry.
Okay. You leave the. What happened after you left the money on the sidewalk?
So I left $181 on the floor
And so why didn't you leave the 12,500?
because who the fuck is gonna give him 12,500?
Objection leading?
I asked why didn't they
well,
leave 12,500? I don't think that's leading.
Your Denzel already answered the question. So Denzel, normally I wouldn't give this advice, but I will give this to you. You should wait a second before answering the question so that your help here can give you a chance to save you. So.
Hey, for him.
So you. Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine. You can
Okay.
continue line of questioning.
So let me just retell so far and catch up. So you leave the money on the sidewalk, and you guys then decide to scope the area out.
No, we left the money at the location they wanted us to leave the money.
Okay, that's what I just said. Okay, then what happened?
Then, as I believe Dana Blackwell was overlooking, the money was gone. Okay.
And did you see who picked the money up?
Nope.
You didn't see who picked the money up.
I did not see who picked them up. I did not see the money.
Okay, then what happened?
I then arrested Mr. Snow Gray down the hill from the observatory.
Okay, so you just went out of nowhere and arrested somebody? What was your reason for the arrest? I'll rephrase. What was the reason for the arrest?
Because there was a call, because we got multiple calls saying they could see us, that we didn't leave the area repeatedly. So we were code 6ing. Code 6ing meaning we're looking around the area.
Okay. So you so then what, the officers just went on a whole arresting spree, or what occurred? What, just because of it's an go ahead. I'll let you answer that question.
I don't know I don't know what question you just asked me.
Did you guys arrest anybody else?
No.
Okay. Now, you went straight for the arrest. You didn't detain.
Say again?
Did you guys detain him or did you guys arrest him?
No, we arrested him.
So you didn't even detain the individual. That was
Objection argumentative?
Your Honor, I'm asking him. I mean,
okay,
I'll drop the question because
what's
he
your
already
rebuttal?
answered it. They didn't detain the individual. They went and arrested him right away. So
Okay.
it's already he already answered it.
Yes, I'm actually gonna. That's fine. Yes, that answer is submitted into record. I will just say though, I'm going to sustain that objection. You can't just repeat what he said.
Right.
back and then
Sorry about
get
that. Yeah. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Now, and did you Mirandize him?
Yes.
Just give me one moment. I'm just going through my line of questioning here. And how much money did he have on him when you, after you arrested him?
The exact amount that I left on the ground, $181.
Now, it could be coincidental that he had $181 on him, correct?
Nope, because the money that I left on the ground was missing.
You're asking for a specific scenario. I'm asking, I could have $181 on me and be in the area, right?
No, because the money that I left in the location for the exchange for the PD Glock was missing.
Okay, and when you searched him, what did he have? What were the item contents they had on him?
Item contents he had on him was a flashlight, $181 in cash. I think that's all.
And did he have a
That's
wallet
like the
on
main.
him?
I don't recall.
Yeah, neither do I, because there's no contents of his possessions in the report.
If it referenced 1182 also. 1181, excuse me.
That report is not submitted into evidence, Denzel.
It's referenced in 1182.
It's referenced, it was not submitted into evidence.
A PD reference is not submitted into evidence in the court proceeding, Denzel.
That is all, Your Honor. No more further questions.
Thank you. Bruce, would you like to cross him at all?
Hey, you got to come up with a story as to why you were in the area.
Could a person have just driven in and out of that area unseen?
No,
Why not?
the area was cordoned off by police officers.
Can you elaborate?
Basically, the area was the whole area was surrounded by police officers, meaning there was no way anyone could have drove in without us seeing them, or and drove out without us seeing them.
How close to the drop spot was this person
In
arrested?
meters, he was arrested about.
Say you were already in the area
275,
before the
300
officers
meters.
already were there. I mean,
How
that-
did
and
you
that
spot
you-
this individual?
Individuals running down
objection,
the
Your
hill.
Honor.
What's your objection?
This is all speculation.
Could you repeat the question, Reese?
How did you spot this individual?
Oh, it was to the
That's
other
not very-
to the
that's
earlier
not
question, to be
speculative, though.
honest, but it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
just
sorry
make sure
about
you
that.
submit your objections in a more timely manner. You can continue.
Can you? I'm so sorry. Can you repeat the question, Kevin?
How did you spot this individual?
Individual was spotted by the street light off of Marlowe Drive, right under the observatory, in all black.
What do you mean by under?
He went down the hill and crossed. It was crossing the street, basically.
Okay. Once detained, was this individual identified by any other officers on scene?
Yes, Louise Campbell, the officer that stated that he was the one that robbed him of her PD equipment.
How was she able to identify him?
Individual wore no mask, robbing her.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Fuck. Nothing.
Uh,
Nothing. I can't recall. I can't.
Yes, I
Can I? Can I? Recall him?
Sure, why not?
Thank you so much.
Step down, Denzel. You can step down.
Safer.
Ramee, do you have another witness to call?
Yes, I would like to call up Snow Gray.
All right, Mr. Gray, if you would please come take the witness stand.
Wait, could I have crossed Denzel just now? No, right?
No,
you
he was
mean-
your witness.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If you would please swear him in.
Bro, I'm not prepared for this
Mr. Gray,
case,
could you
chat.
please raise your left hand? Great, thank you. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, under the pains and penalties of perjury? So help you wayward. What
You
is
gotta
sworn
yell.
in, Your Honor?
Yeah, witness, please make sure you're yelling so that the courtroom can hear you.
Snow Gray. You were held on a 24-hour hold, correct?
I was. Yes.
Okay, and what for?
No idea. Couldn't tell you. Apparently, I had a possession of something.
Okay, and after you got held for 24 hours, what did they charge you with anything?
Yes.
What-
They charged me quite a hefty amount of money.
Okay, and what did they charge you with?
Possession of a PD firearm.
Okay, and they okay. Now, let's fast forward. You get out of the 24-hour hold. What were you doing at Marlowe Drive on the day of your second arrest, your unlawful arrest?
What was I doing there?
Correct.
I was waiting for a date.
Okay, so you were just at the observatory waiting for a date. Were the officers there when you arrived at the observatory? Say no, say no.
No.
Yes. So you were already at the observatory and then the officers pulled up.
Correct, yes.
So then what did you do after that?
Well, I was on the other side and I was just watching what they were doing. They were hanging around the area for a while, to be fair. And they were, I don't know what they were doing. They were near like some sort of statue in front of the observatory. And then they left. So.
Okay. And
yeah.
then when you left the area, what happened after?
So my date didn't turn up. So I had no car, I had no vehicles. I tried to call a Uber, so I had to just walk home.
Okay.
So I took the hill down.
And were you carrying a firearm on you at the time?
No, definitely not.
Okay. And what were you charged with when you got unlawfully arrested?
Charge of a PD firearm. Or possession, sorry.
So you didn't have a gun on you, but you got charged with possession of a gun.
Correct.
All right, that is all, Your Honor.
Thank you. Denzel, it's your turn to question the witness.
Mr. Gray.
Yes, officer.
How much money did you have on your person?
When you arrested me?
Yep.
I can't actually remember.
Good answer. Yo, this guy's beast. This guy's actually clutching up right now.
You can't remember?
No. It was
Objection, Your
quite a while
Honor.
ago.
It's a leading question.
I actually would be asked and answered.
Oh, asked and answered, sorry.
Ask
Mr.
another question, Denzel, please.
Okay, Mr. Gray, who were you meeting at the observatory?
Objection, Your Honor. He already
What's the
stated that
objection?
he was meeting his date, so it's going to be... a second, I'm going through my objection list. Cat, hurry the fuck
Go
up.
ahead.
Which one?
I don't think it's an objection here, but
Cat,
go ahead.
yalla!
Denzel, please.
Asked and
fault, Your
answered
Honor.
again.
Okay, do you have a rebuttal for that?
Oh
Denzel?
my god, it worked.
Negative,
Oh
because
my God.
I want to make. It's leading towards another question here.
Your Honor, here it
You're
is.
supposed to directly rebut the
Mm.
argument that Ramee's making to your question. If you'd like to get to this line of questioning,
I'm a Twitch chat lawyer.
Yes, Your Honor.
so you don't have a rebuttal.
No rebuttal.
Okay, then I'm going to sustain the objection. Can you please ask another question?
Thank you so much,
What's
Your
your
Honor.
date's name? Gray?
Objection, Your Honor. Scope.
He brought.
I'm sorry,
it into
relevance.
scope.
Relevance. My apologies.
He said. What do you mean? He said it, and he just answered your question about what he was doing there. That's my rebuttal.
I'm talking to the judge. Actually, this is the courtroom.
Okay, one at a time, please. Don't do this back and forth. Your objection is
Sorry about that,
relevant,
Your
right,
Honor.
Ramee?
Yes, correct, ma'am.
Do you have a rebuttal for that, Denzel?
Yes, he brought it in. He brought. It's relevant because he's the one that when Ramee questioned him, he brought it into.
That
you
would
made
be
it
an
relevant.
objection for scope, Your Honor. I'm asking for relevance to the situation.
Denzel, are you actually going somewhere with this line of
Yes.
questioning?
Your Honor, the name of his date isn't relevant to the charges of a government-issued firearm, as well as extortion and what was the other one? Robbery of a law enforcement officer.
All right, I see your point.
He mentioned his date, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask you this honestly, Denzel. Do you truly believe that this is gonna lead somewhere that'll help your case?
Shit, I don't know. We'll see.
Can I have a rebuttal?
Your Honor, he just answered.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
this
Ruth,
is,
you may. Yes, Ruth,
you're,
you
you're
may.
whispering.
Can you please speak up?
Trying to poke holes in his alibi.
Okay, that sounds like a actually very reasonable thing that is very relevant to this case, Ramee. So I'm going to overrule your objection. But if this line of questioning doesn't go anywhere, Denzel, I'm striking it from the record.
Hey, firm. What's the name of your date, Mr. Gray?
Shanice.
Thank you so much, Snow. I understand this is a hard time for you.
Did you hear me, officer?
No, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear what you said.
This is Shanice.
I was talking to the guy up there, not you, Ramee. Oh, I didn't. What'd you say, Mr. Gray?
My date was Shanice.
Bro, I don't think there's even a Shanice in the MDT.
She has the last name.
We didn't get that
Objection, Your
far.
Honor. What are we doing here? This is irrelevant.
He already answered the question.
No, he
We didn't
didn't.
get that
Answer the
far.
question, Ramee.
So you're meeting. Okay. And what was your attire that night?
Objection,
Mr.
Your Honor. Relevance. What are we doing here?
How is this relevant at all to the case?
Because
Go ahead. What are you gonna?
He's meeting a Shanice wearing all black, masked up.
So Your Honor, the prosecution here is clearly profiling.
Profiling.
Oh, so anybody that's wearing all black is going to automatically be arrested? Your Honor, you see what I'm dealing with here, right? And he's testifying on behalf of the...
Enough with the
Badgering the witness, Your Honor.
Enough with the background, please. I would like to have some semblance of order in the court. Denzel, I need you to look me in the eyes and tell me that what he was wearing is wholly relevant to this case before I let you ask that question. Look me in the eyes and tell me that it's relevant. And mean it.
Yeah, go to the stand, bro. Just don't do this, Denzel. You're gonna embarrass yourself.
Don't let her intimidate you.
It is relevant.
Oh, okay. So what he was wearing is irrelevant, Your Honor. Seriously?
He was asking what she was wearing.
What she was wearing? I'm sorry.
No, I never said what she was wearing. I said what he
You
was
did.
wearing.
Oh, okay. I apologize. Yeah, okay, you're right.
Your Honor.
All right, listen. I am going to just strike that question. Let's try.
Thank you
another
so
one,
much.
Denzel,
Thank
okay?
you so much.
What path did you take to?
Objection, Your Honor.
You didn't even let him finish the question.
What path did he take to the observatory? That's what he's gonna ask. Oh, what are you gonna ask?
No, leaving the observatory.
Okay, there.
What's your objection, Ramee?
Relevance once again. A scope. It's not in my scope of the question that I asked him. Asked and answered. Leading. Shall I continue?
It actually is relevant in terms of the scope that you brought up. His position and being in the area was related and mentioned. So I do also find it wholly relevant. So I'm going to overrule both of your objections.
Okay.
What path did you take to leave the observatory, Mr. Gray?
There's like a little dirt trail in the back.
There's no dirt trail back there.
Objection, Your Honor.
Okay.
Number one, there
you
is.
can't- Denzel,
Yeah,
you
what
cannot
you see this?
testify as you're asking it. Ramee,
And
please.
actually,
let
there
me-
is
let
a
me
dirt
handle
trail
this,
back
Ramee.
there. Go ahead.
Ramee, please. Ramee. Denzel, you cannot testify when you're crossing a witness, okay?
Okay, can I approach?
Yes, you may.
Your Honor, are we just supposed to just act like there's a dirt trail back there?
There is a dirt trail. I'll take you to that right
There's
there.
no dirt trail
Your
back
Honor,
there whatsoever.
on,
So how is
on
that
God,
even-
oh, wallahi, there's a dirt trail back there. I put it on God. On God, there's a dirt trail from the back of the observatory
Okay.
that leads down to Marlowe Drive.
Listen,
I'm not
if
even
you
joking.
need to prove that there is a dirt trail, you can do that through your questioning.
Hey,
You can
Kay,
do
let
it
me call you
many
back. I'm
ways
in court right
besides just stating it as testimony. You are crossing a witness. You are not providing testimony to the court, Denzel.
me-
I fell in by
That is the
accident.
difference.
I'll call you back.
I'm fucking dying.
As Cross, your job is to essentially ask questions that could be helpful or help you in your case in any way whatsoever. It is not to provide testimony. You understand?
Understood, Your Honor.
Okay. That is why I'm telling you not to ask or to make statements like that. You can ask him questions that could be more revealing or give you the information that you want me to know, but you cannot just state it for the courtroom to hear it.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Yep, get fucked. Hey, another L, bro.
Snow, could you please return to the witness stand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, actually, real quick,
Yes.
is it okay? Can we strike the entire line of questioning that he just had in terms of the date and all and so on?
Go back to your table. If you want to make a motion to strike that testimony, I'll let you do it later, okay?
Okay.
All right. Mr. Gray, did you have a flashlight on your person?
Objection, Your Honor. Your Honor asked and answered.
I never asked him that.
Let me check my notes here.
Your Honor, I asked him the contents already. It's already been answered. Sorry. Like, I already asked him in my line of questioning.
You did not ask him this question. No, you didn't.
Yeah, I asked him what were his possessions on him.
You asked him if he was carrying a firearm. You didn't ask him what he was holding in his pockets.
Okay, objection, Your Honor. Facts not in evidence.
Okay. Sustained, I guess.
Get fucked, bitch.
I can't ask him if he had a flashlight on this person.
She just sustained the objection, so no.
Yes, that's correct.
Get fucked, Denzel. Go back, bro. Denzel, are you there? You're good?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
For sure. Yeah, no problem. Take your time, boss.
Could you please stop badgering Denzel?
Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Mr. Gray, what did you have in your pockets, Mr.
Your,
Gray?
Your Honor, he just objection, Your Honor. He just rephrased the objective question that he just asked.
I'm gonna sustain that.
Thank you so much.
That question again.
Hey, yo, bro, you be alright.
Ramee, please step away from
Sorry
Denzel.
about that. Sorry about that. Yes.
Yeah, no more questions.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Denzel. Thank you so much.
I'd
like to recall. Yes, I would.
Thank you. You may step down, Mr. Gray.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Do you guys need a moment for recess before we go to the prosecution side?
No, I'm good, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
You'd like a moment for recess?
Yes, please.
Okay. How much time do you need?
About 5-10 minutes, if you don't mind.
Sure. I'll give you 5 minutes.
Your Honor. What's the reason for the recess?
Well, every time we switch sides, if people need a
Oh,
small
okay.
break, I like to allow it.
Okay, no worries. All right, sounds good.
25-minute recess. We'll be starting in 5 minutes.
Come here.
3 on the hour.
Hey, can you just go to the corner? Actually, boys, come to the corner. Listen to me. What you need to say, Snow, I'm going to recall you up there right now. I'm going to ask you, why did you have $181 on you? Okay?
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to do some quick maths. 15% tax is 181. 181. So if that's 115, so I need to do that. I need to times that by 100 and divide it by 150. 115. Oh wait, oh my god, wait. Never mind. There's no evidence on you even having that much money in your bank account, in your pockets. Okay.
His wallet wasn't listed.
Okay,
Nor the contents.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me read the report really quick.
I don't know if this is relevant, but I had grey hair at the time.
Really? Dude, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Why are your SIM cards in the evidence here? I don't understand. Like, what's going on with that? Why are you? Yeah. What
Couldn't
did
tell
they
you.
take your SIM cards or something? Like, what happened?
Yeah, they were crawling through my messages and stuff to see who I can contact, and that's how they knew I was speaking to Shanice.
Wait, Shanice is an actual person? I thought you made that shit up. I ain't gonna lie.
No, she's an actual person.
And did you get a subpoena sent to you or anything?
No.
Or a warrant?
No. There was a warrant. Yes.
The
I had
warrant. A warrant for what though?
Searching for the firearm.
Okay, but did in that load up that warrant right now? Read it. In that warrant, was it? Did they say they were going to search your phone? I don't know how I can prove the extortion thing, right? I don't know why they even charged you with that. I think they charged you with the extortion because of the money that you had on you, so they tied you to the call.
Just out of, I've just had a message from Louise Campbell saying, giving me a subpoena report in the last 2 hours.
Wait, what?
Reference
she
what
gave me-
case? It can't be
Wait,
reference this
she
case.
just sent you a subpoena right now?
Like, no, not right now. It was 2 hours ago, but
For
here's
what?
a copy of the phone subpoena we submitted for your phone call text records.
And what is the date on that subpoena? That's crazy. They sent you that shit 2 days ago, 2 weeks. Let me go
Incident
talk
date.
to-
Yeah, the 11th.
When did you get arrested?
Guessing on the 11th.
That the driver of any.
Can I ask you guys a question really quick?
Yes.
Sure.
What is the like the procedure for a subpoena? If a judge signs on a subpoena, does the person who's getting subpoenaed have to get the subpoena in their hand before that happens, or how does that work?
Well, I think he means like if someone is subpoenaed,
Right.
would the person who was subpoenaed have to receive a copy of
Right,
that
right,
subpoena
right.
after it's happened?
Yeah.
Is that your question?
Is it? But does he receive it after, or like as it's happening, before it happened? Like, what is the?
Generally simultaneous, and there's a reason for delayed notice.
Yeah, it depends.
There's a reason for the delayed notice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what after you say you get subpoenaed, and it all happens, you go through you get your, it happens through your phone, or whatever. The cops search your phone, or whatever. At what point? What's like the timetable for like receiving the subpoena itself, a copy of it?
It depends on if there's delayed notice or not.
Without delayed notice, it's a 72-hour standard.
And how do you know if there's a delayed notice on it?
You don't know until you get it.
Yeah.
Like, does
If
it
there's
say delayed
you
notice or
would not-
anywhere?
Yeah, I would say it on the report.
Yeah, it would be written into the warrant.
Where would it be written?
The top. It'd say something like delayed notice requested for blank days or something.
All right.
Yo, at the top, does it say
Over.
delayed notice or no?
Court is back in session. Ramee.
Does it say delayed notice anywhere?
Nothing. I can't see anything that says delayed. Nope.
Yo, they fucked up big time.
All right, so we're going to be swapping to the prosecution now. Denzel, do you have any witnesses?
Bro, Denzel's gonna get fired. I think Dean's gonna actually get fired.
List on the docket,
Bro,
but
this-
I'm going to be generous here
this-
and give you the ability to
no,
call
obviously.
yourself and your
Please don't
fellow
do that.
officers as needed.
Can you send it to me? Send it to me.
Yeah.
No, I don't have any witnesses, Your Honor. I just wanna make sure the court, I wanna bring light to this portion right here. Once I arrested Mr. Gray, Louise Campbell identified Louise Campbell identified him as the individual that robbed all her PD equipment off her.
Right.
As stated in her statement.
Your Honor, he could give that in a closing argument. Also,
Denzel,
that
this is not really the time and place for this.
real quick, what he's even referencing right now, my client was already arrested for, and it was the reason for the 24-hour hold in the first place. This has nothing to do with the situation that we're appealing, and it's also facts, not in evidence.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna strike everything you just told me. from
Okay,
the record,
sounds good.
Denzel,
Thank you, Your
because
Honor.
None of this is actually in evidence anywhere. It's not, your report's not on the docket. This is just you telling me these things. So
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
yes.
I will, if it's mentioned in the incident report that is being questioned here today, I feel like it should fall.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Okay, and that's what he's
Ramee,
mentioning.
Ramee,
Sorry.
please.
I was just giving my rebuttal.
This
Sorry.
is my courtroom.
Sorry.
You
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
need to give a
Yes,
rebuttal.
ma'am.
You're
Yes, ma'am.
speaking to me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So you guys, I'm just gonna be very, very blunt here. Okay,
Mhm.
you delayed this court case by a week so that you could have time to put your stuff together on the docket and put your case together. You had a week to put together witness list. You had a week together to submit evidence to the court, and not a single one of you did any of those things. So the fact that I'm even letting you call each other as witnesses is very generous from myself.
Your Honor, I'm only referencing his claim is facts is not in evidence. However, it was in Luis's statement that's in the report here. The same incident that is in question. 1182.
You're referring to the statement at the very bottom here?
It should be the one right here.
Okay, thank you. If it's referring to this, then I will allow it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, can I say something though?
I mean, you can. I'm probably not going to listen to it, but you can say it.
I mean, even if it is referenced in the statement, him being guilty of robbing her or whatever, was a previous incident, the one that they didn't put in the evidence. It has nothing to do with the appeal.
It's not what we're referencing. But
I
he is.
understand. I understand what you're saying, Ramee.
Thank you.
The evidence is before the court. We do see it. I understand your concerns. Thank you. Denzel, listen, I'm going to throw you a lifeline here. I'm going to give you a chance to just point out the evidence that you would like us to look at, but I do not want to hear your explanation as to why, please.
Okay. This Louise Campbell's statement identifying Snowgrass, the individual that robbed her. And also, if you want to look into the one second. The charge for criminal possession of a government issued firearm. It does state, you probably know what it states, Your Honor. I'm just going to read it just for the court. It's illegal to possess a government owned or issued firearm, which Snowgray did rob Louise Campbell of said firearm without being on duty as sworn police officer who is currently on duty or off duty. This includes a firearm that is law enforcement officers purchase to their own sworn daily duties. And that's, yeah.
Is there anything else in evidence you'd like to highlight?
I also want to highlight that he gave a
There
name,
is no,
Shanice,
there is
with no last name whatsoever.
What does this have to do with it?
I just want to highlight.
If you knew your reports, the Shanice is the same one that you guys held as well.
You can do that in your closing statement, then, Denzel.
All right.
Literally.
Okay, so no witnesses, nothing else from your
There's
side?
there's no signature here or anything.
Okay. Do you guys need a moment to prepare for your closing? Actually, before we get to closing, do either side have any motions they'd like the court to consider before I give you your closing?
Yeah, I do have a motion. I have two motions actually. One motion as I'd like to strike Denzel Sheisty's entire line of questioning, based on our sidebar that we had here in regards to the date question and his trail and everything like that.
Can you be more specific as to why you'd like me to strike his testimony?
I'd like to dismiss it, due to the fact that due to our sidebar, it had no relevance to the case as well, and.
Well, I don't think what we discussed in a sidebar is really relevant to discussing or to strike his testimony. And also, if that's the case, I'd like you to speak it plainly because motion to strike someone's testimony is a pretty big thing. So, or to strike their questions.
Okay. Can I have a sidebar?
Sure. Denzel, if you'd like to approach.
I don't want to disrespect the courtroom publicly. I mean, I thought you said that if there's like no evidence at all, you would like throw it out. No.
If I didn't find it relevant to the case, but there was a few things that I found mildly relevant in there. So.
Okay. Okay. I mean, what about like? I mean, there's no evidence, right? Or, all right. That's fine.
The questions that he asked, were basically expanding on some of the questions that you asked, and some of them were not relevant at all. Some of them were mildly relevant, so I'm going to consider them.
Fine.
Okay. And your second motion?
Yeah. I don't know if if I'm able to do this here or maybe in the civil matter. I mean, I don't know if I should even say this for a closing statement. My client here got subpoenaed, by the prosecution team to have his phone records. Yeah, go ahead.
I think what you should do then is you should save that for a civil suit.
All right, sounds good.
This is not the time and place for that consideration.
Of course.
To discuss these criminal charges.
Of course.
You can file something on the docket if you believe.
Of course.
Okay. So is that both motions then?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Denzel, do you have any?
Nope. None.
Okay. All right, well, we're going to go to our closing statements then. I'm going to start with the prosecution and finish with the appellant. So, Denzel, it's your turn.
All right. Once again, from Louise Campbell's statement, Snow Gray was identified as the individual that robbed her of her equipment. Snow Gray was found about 275 meters, 300 meters from the agreed upon location for the exchange for money for the PD Glock. At which point, Mr. Gray was found running away from the observatory with the flashlight, which was one of the things that was stolen off of Louise Campbell. Multiple threats to civilian lives were made during this phone call, Your Honor. And yeah, I rest.
Thank you.
Am I
very
good to go
much,
up?
Denzel. Yes, you may begin, Ramee.
Your Honor, and people of the courts, I'd like to point out the questioning that I had for Denzel Shiesty. And I quote, I did not recall or understand or know who I was speaking to on the phone. My client here was not identified as the one on the phone making those extortion demands and requests. Number two, my client was illegally arrested due to the fact of being in the area of a scene that he was already there prior to before officers were already arriving, before officers arrived. Number three, due to poor police work on behalf of Denzel Shiesty, once again, there is absolutely no evidence of this person's contents and possessions that were on him. We don't know if he had $181 on him. We don't know if he did or didn't, other than Denzel saying that he did. And even if he did have $181 on him, Your Honor, so if I have $181 and I'm down the street of a scene, I'm automatically should be arrested and not detained and questioned or anything? Your Honor, there was no firearm at all, even in his possession at all. Okay, so, and he got charged with criminal possession of a firearm, of a government firearm. What the proper charge should have been, due to this illegal arrest, it would have been a government issued PD equipment, not a firearm. So there's no extortion. There was no robbery that occurred in this exact scenario. The robbery that occurred, that my client already served time for, was the reason for the 24-hour hold that they should have charged on him in that past previous referenced incident. Not in a completely new incident. Your Honor, all these are all baseless claims with no evidence once again. And to be honest with you, this entire thing, if this is how they're going to operate, Your Honor, and people of the courts, they delayed this whole court case a week for this, to absolutely do nothing and just to come up here and badger my witness and my victim. Thirdly, Your Honor, we don't even know if he had a flashlight on him because there's no evidence of him having one. So he shouldn't even be charged with anything. Once again, due to poor police work. He got profiled because he was wearing black. So if you're telling me right now, all the officers, if they were in the area and they couldn't see the badges, they would have been illegally arrested? This is a mockery of the courtroom, Your Honor. That is all. There is no eyewitness to even testify that this guy was here. Where's Louise Campbell? Why wasn't she called in as a witness to say that he was one that robbed her?
Okay, all right.
That is all, Your Honor.
You're already under your closing like 3 different times, so I don't know.
Sorry. It's just pissing me off, Your Honor. I'm sorry. This is a mockery of mine and your time.
I understand. Thank you. All right, everyone. We are going to be in recess for about 15 minutes. See what time is it now? I will be back at the 50-minute mark. So feel free to move freely, speak around, don't talk with each other, you two. I'm going to go and deliberate the course, and I'll be back at 50 minutes. Thank you.
Nice work.
Hi.
Oh.
Everyone ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ryan with the 10 yo, thank you, chat. Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all. I love you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream, man.
So, I'm calling court back in session. We are here to hear the deliberation between
Brody, thank you.
versus Mr. Snow.
And Britt, thank you.
Now, this is going to be a long one. There's been a lot of testimony provided today by witnesses involved in the scene, and a few pieces of evidence that have been submitted to the court for my consideration. Now, the court has just spent considerable time deconstructing and examining the claims.
The hell? Somebody just donate?
And the appellants, with careful consideration for
$25.
With consideration to one's civil rights, and with consideration to the report provided by police. Now, there are a few things that the court has found and noted to be concerning. The first is the lack of any physical evidence or documentation regarding the positions of the defendant. Typically, the court would expect to see proof of something in the custody outside of a statement from an officer. It is not wholly enough to claim that someone is in possession of an item. The court has an expectation that all possessions and items of a citizen subject to criminal charges are documented in a thorough and careful manner. The second matter to consider is the nature of the sting operation conducted by the police. Now, when looking at the accusations made by the prosecution, there are certain burdens of proof that need to be met to convict a citizen with these charges. For possession charges to be applied, someone must be in physical or constructive possession of a claimed item. For extortion, there needs to be proof that the citizen in question has furnished statements of a threatening nature to compel someone to behave in a way they typically would not.
We outside!
For robbery of a law enforcement officer, the citizen in question needs to be witnessed or identified performing an illegal removal of items from a civil servant. Now, the evidence provided to us may sway the court in one way or another on some of these matters, but the court is of the opinion that Mr. Gray very possibly could have committed these crimes, and in fact is more than likely not culpable for some criminal charges. However, through a comedy of errors and missteps, the court has noticed some very glaring issues with the way this entire operation was conducted, as well as the evidence provided to us today. First and foremost is the way the apprehension was conducted. At no point was Mr. Gray identified as being a potential recipient for the dead drop, considering the police did not even know who picked up the money as they were not watching, as stated in testimony. The court believes that being in the area of a crime or operation such as this could lead to a detention for further discovery and fact-finding. However, due to the statements made by officers in this court, as well as the report provided to the court by the police, by the appellant and prosecution, the court finds the very nature of this arrest dubious at best.
Oh, shit!
In addition, the prosecution did not provide very sorely needed evidence to the court to make the conviction for robbery happen. Considering all these factors together, the court has come to a final decision.
All charges dropped, please.
Mr. Gray, while the court believes that you very likely are culpable for these crimes, I cannot find you guilty of the charges as presented today with the evidence and testimony provided to the court. Your appeal is granted, and you will be found innocent of all charges.
Let's go!
You are very, very lucky.
W's in the shop, boys.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
If you have questions, you can
Play the music, Ramee. Play the music.
Oh my God.
Mr. Gray, can you approach, please?
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Thank you. Have a beautiful, beautiful Thursday. Watch this, chat. Watch this.
For the sake of everyone, don't ever text me that kind of stuff again, Ramee.
Hey, yo, I heard the mall cops are. I heard like senior buns in the mall. They need an officer. If you
Ramee,
I'm sorry. Yes. Sounds good.
Oh, Ramee, if I ask the judge about the process, can you back me up as the lawyer that I'm
Yeah, just
legally
give me
for?
1 second.
Okay, you do you. You do you.
618-01688, correct? Perfect. All right, I'm gonna get that over to the judge to discuss the reimbursement of the fines that were assessed in this matter. Okay? No problem. No problem.
Ramee!
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just had to.
Yeah. Ramee, congratulations. Thank you. You'll get your money in due course.
Where my money? Where my money,
Yeah.
man? I need my money.
No, you'll get your money. Honestly, it won't take 5 days. It'll be probably this weekend, so I'll hit you up. Again, thank
Where
you.
my
for
money?
that. You'll get your money, bro. But thank you. Anything else that you need from me?
Yeah, my money.
Am I good to leave?
Yeah, we out.
Am I good to leave?
We'll go to Senior Buns.
Right. Let's go.
Wait, Ramee, I need you.
Oh yeah. My bad.
Just grab this. Grab one of these judges.
My bad.
Who do you reckon we can interrupt?
Serge, over here. Talk to him.
That judge, sir?
Give me a quick second.
But that's one thing I tell people to double check before court, anything like that.
So what's the next step then? The civil case?
Yeah, I don't know.
So the suggestion that I made to Denzel and even to Ramee was once you're done with the report, when everything's on there, just export it and keep like a copy for yourself if it's going to court, just in case some shit does happen. It's always have your own backup.
I'm gonna do that to the guy every time I see him. Oh, my money. Oh, go ahead, Solomon.
Judge, I'm been legal aid for Ramee for a while, and I was wondering what the process would be transitioning from legal
Wait
aid
until
to.
city council gets elected so we can figure out what the fuck we're actually doing.
Okay, that's a fair answer.
That's
Appreciate
why
that.
not a single more attorney has been hired on, because whoever, whenever city council actually comes in, we need to figure out exactly if they're going to start law schools, etc., etc., etc.
Robbed Louise Campbell. You know, that's why I pushed it. And Louise Campbell could.
That may be true. That may be true, but that doesn't mean he possesses it at the time of the charge being pushed. Just because someone takes someone, listen, if Ramee were to rob you and take your gun right now, he would be guilty of robbery of a law enforcement officer and possession of that item. If he gave that item, the weapon, to Norman over here, he no longer would be in possession of that weapon.
Right.
And he would no longer be guilty of possessing that weapon either.
Understood. That's the only reason I pushed it is because the way it was worded, I was trying to hopefully it brings some attention to it. Because if that's the case, if Ramee robbed me, he technically did possess my weapon. He did.
At some point, but there
Yes,
you notice with that charge in the penal code, there is no accomplice or accessory listed.
Right.
You have to be the one holding the weapon to get charged with it.
Right. Understood, Your Honor.
So I don't want to sit here and admonish you for this, but this is not the kind of charge that you just put before the court for our consideration. That man was put $30,000 into debt, and he wasn't able to function for an entire week. It's not something that you just do just to test the waters and see. You know, you should be certain if you're charging someone with that.
Right. And the only reason that, once again, Your Honor,
I'm gonna be honest with you, though. This isn't Denzel, though. No, seriously. Can I just say something? Honestly?
Yes.
This isn't Denzel, though, because Ruth is the one that postponed this all whole week. We were ready to appeal this thing out right away. He knew that the charge was not supposed to be there. Remember we went to the courtroom.
No, I'm the one that pushed it.
No, fuck off. Then fuck out of here. The captain is the one that postponed this whole thing, and that's what caused the whole delay. You don't remember that in the chambers, Your Honor? And then you said that you were gonna go down there and you're gonna give him a piece of your word. Captain Ruth is the reason why we're even in this courtroom, and that was on the docket, because he wanted to take the charge off and cut it down.
Well, technically, Captain Ruth was procedurally correct, so.
But technically, right? Technically, yes. But Captain Ruth she's the one on the cross here, Your Honor.
I don't really believe that to be the case. I think that Denzel should have utilized his time much more.
I will not sit here and let Ruth do what she did. She wasted her time, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I don't
Me
and Ruth got beef. Me and Ruth got beef.
I don't believe it's a waste of time on me.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Ruth has just been pissing me off recently. I'm sorry.
I understand.
My apologies.
Okay.
At some point, this is helping to establish standards.
But we're also there's other things that we need to talk about here that are concerning. Okay, you can't arrest someone just because they're in the area of a crime. Okay, you can detain them.
I'm angry.
I don't know why on earth you thought it was a good idea to explicitly deny that you didn't detain them on stand.
No.
I'm angry.
I did detain them. I was like,
I'm
angry.
angry.
Not what you said in the courtroom.
Because I held him because when he crossed the road, okay, because he crossed the road, Marlowe. That's what road it was. I was like, I had my gun point at first, okay, because there was multiple threats against civilian lives, etc. At that point, I was like, face away from me. And then that's when I unmasked them. That's when Louise Campbell identified him as the person that robbed her. And then,
Okay, I understand that, but that's not what you said.
Yeah, you're right. I should counter you for perjury.
You said that he was arrested. He asked you if you detained him, and you said no.
Your Honor, when you're, I don't. You see, the thing is, Your Honor, I think I don't really do.
Perjury is a 21-month sentence.
Oh, Ramee, stop it.
I get flustered up there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think you understand. I get flustered up there, like really bad.
I understand that, and that's why you should prepare for these cases a little bit more.
think I've heard that name once.
Denzel Shiesty walked so you could run. Just fucking remember that, Ruth.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you heard me. He walked so you could run. That should be you on the stake, not him.
Was it my arrest? My case?
You should have said something.
I didn't find out till it was too late.
Don't talk to me. I'm talking to Search Cross.
I didn't find out until literally today that he's an idiot.
No, she's the one that did all this.
What did I do?
You did all this.
Excuse me?
Hold on. Are
You
suggesting
did
that-
this.
What do you think Denzel should be fired then?
No, well, hold on, relax. No, chill out, chill
Well,
out.
I don't know. That's what it sounds like you're saying. Should he
No,
be fired?
no.
She's
She
listening.
should be the one that should have the strike points, not Denzel. You did this.
Excuse me, what exactly did I do?
We were willing to go to appeals court right then and there, and then you decided to put him on the cross and burn him.
No, because that was
That
not
was
the proper
you.
procedure. If
Oh,
I catch
proper
somebody doing
procedure,
something
schmopper's
improperly,
procedure.
I am going to address it and have them go through the right channels. And
You
do
did
it the right way.
this. You did this. Denzel is over there burning on the cross as we speak. Because of you.
Do you think that would have changed the outcome of this case in any way?
No, not at all.
Exactly.
Oh, so you think... Oh, so you wanted him to do... Oh, hell no. Oh, okay, Ruth. Your name should be Captain Ruthless. That's what it should be.
Yeah, she's about to be.
Do you have any other questions for the court?
No questions, Your Honor. Appreciate y'all.
You're very welcome.
Hey, bruh. I know Ruth. I know what she did. Don't worry, man. I'm sorry this is happening to
Ramee,
you.
shut
good to see
up.
you.
No,
Captain-
she did this.
Judge Angel,
This is her.
Thank you.
Adams.
This is her.
You take care. All
Where's these?
Yep.
right, Ramee, did you have any questions?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Retainers about to skyrocket after this one.
I'm gonna be
I'm
honest,
22
Ramee.
now.
You only won this case. I mean, he would have been found not guilty of the possession charge, 100%. But the other two charges, the robbery specifically, he was definitely going to be found guilty for if they didn't fuck it up. So
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't realize there was no evidence in the whole report until I was in the beginning of my questioning, and then I realized it, and then I just
I
went with
noticed. I noticed that you were trying to essentially put guilt on your client of holding a PD flashlight. You're lucky that there was no
that.
evidence.
Yeah,
in there.
and then I realized there was no evidence, and then I was like, oh wait, hold up, let me just do this. You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I think
I wasn't
some
prepared for
judges-
this case. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Like,
No,
I
I
was,
believe that. I do believe that, Ramee. Honestly,
I was late as fuck. I had a lot of things going on. I was only really appealing the other
How do neither of you ready for a court case?
Bro, I was ready at the time, and then I completely forgot everything that happened in this court case.
You guys had a week
Yo,
to
and
prepare.
then I'm not gonna lie. Then I was like, I didn't even know there were other charges until you told me on my appeal only that one charge. and then I was like, oh, hold up, wait, what? And then I just like I freeballed that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Ramee, listen, I don't think you're doing a bad job. I think you're getting incredibly fucking lucky, and you need to kind of tighten your shit down if you want to keep that win rate, okay?
100%. I need to. I'm not gonna lie to you. I need to learn object. If I learn my objections, I'm cracked. This isn't
Yeah,
even
your
my final
objections
form.
are terrible, Ramee.
You know,
Yeah,
100%.
Stop shocking blasting them.
Yeah.
Stop
I
doing
don't
that
care.
shit.
I don't even care if you do that. I just want them to be the right one. If you're gonna do that, make sure. It's
Yeah,
right,
no,
or
no,
else
you're
it's
right.
gonna be annoying.
100%. 100. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
All right,
I
I'll
mean,
see you
like,
guys.
I gave both of you guys lots of leeway in this.
Oh,
court.
100%.
I hope you understand that there is a lot of liberties given to both sides. So.
100%. I appreciate you, Angel.
Mhm.
Well, it's good seeing you guys. You guys need anything, let me know, all right?
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Ramee.
Have a good day, guys.
Then Ramee, that thing that we discussed earlier will be published a couple hours or so.
Oh my God, what's it gonna be called?
I think I'm going with hitting Ramee, Doctor.
Oh yes. Hey,
Yep.
my man Norm. Hey, bring that
Yep.
shit. Bring that shit in.
Yep.
Bring that shit in, bro.
Hey, yeah, I will. Cause next time you bump someone with your car and you're hurt, you're gonna have to stay on scene. You're gonna have to wait on scene until emergency
Yeah, nah, of course.
services
Bring
arrive.
that shit
you
in,
know?
Gango. That's case law right there. You know what I'm saying?
That is case
I'm,
law.
I'm
yep.
out here making precedents. You have a good day, Your Honors.
Thank you.